Hello.
Hello, everyone. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Book a place to stay for any budget. On booking.com.
Welcome.
Welcome. I better turn the volume off on that one. That's great. Wow. So good evening.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
And buenas noches.
And buenas noches. Absolutely. For those of you that are new that will be joining us this evening, and for those of you that are actually watching this afterwards, I'm Tanya.
And I'm Dave.
And we are Turn It Up World. We actually put together a really fun travel montage of our 1 year, kind of giving you a little bit of a history of what we've been doing this past year as full-time travelers. So definitely go check it out, for sure. So we may wait like a second or two just to give some folks a chance to come in. But wow, I mean, Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
This is our second live of the new year.
It is. Wow. Here we go.
I can't believe
Into
that.
2020.
Right? Into 2020.
Right, yes.
That's really impressive.
Hola. Got some folks joining.
So who said hola?
Vinyl sniffer.
Vinyl sniffer. Ah.
Very nice.
Sounds like you are a record lover. You love records.
Exactly.
Vinyls, records. Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe clothing. Vinyls.
Exactly. And Naomi joined as well. Hello.
Hi, Naomi. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us. Happy New Year. Happy New Year
Yeah.
to everyone in here. Thank you.
And Fabio says buenas noches.
And Fabio, buenas noches. Buenas noches.
And Eric and Jen.
Hi, Eric
Hello.
and Jen. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy New Year. So if you guys could as well, we'd love to make sure everyone in here is giving this video a thumbs up, because the more thumbs up we get, the more the folks see this video. And also, if you could tell us where you're from, that would be awesome, because we'd love to know where everyone's coming from and where everyone's viewing from.
Yes, exactly. That'd be great. Actually,
Yeah.
Eric and Jen say they love our channel. Thank you so much. And they'd like to meet us in their second home, Isla Mujeres.
Oh, wonderful.
That sounds like a
wow.
lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot
Yes.
of fun. We love Isla Mujeres. I'm glad you actually said it's your second home. We actually, we really did enjoy Isla Mujeres, and this is kind of why
Yes.
we decided to put this video, this live together for anyone looking to go there. I mean, it's actually starting to become a lot busier, and
Yeah.
it might not be a bad time in 2020 to get your butts on over there and enjoy a little bit of Isla Mujeres. And we're going to talk a lot about Isla Mujeres, from our experiences to, I guess, from the beginning until
That makes
all that
sense.
great stuff, which I
Yeah.
think would be great. Wow. So Vinyl Sniffers from Patterson, New Jersey.
Right.
Wow. We got Eric. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. Wonderful. Wow.
So Patterson's Little Peru, is that right?
Little Peru
I did not
equals
know
Patterson,
that.
New Jersey.
A lot of Peruvians there?
That's so funny,
Coming up.
because I grew up
Yeah.
in Jersey. Actually,
Yeah, Jersey girl.
yeah, I'm a Jersey girl, so that's awesome. Wow, so welcome. Now, I'm not sure if you guys caught that little intro there, trying something a little bit new. Thought that was a little fun.
Right? Nice job.
Thank you very much. Houston in the house.
Houston in the house.
Hey.
Hi, Ellen. Thanks
Houston.
for joining.
Welcome, Ellen. Houston in the house. Thank you. Wow. So first and foremost, who in this room, by a sign of thumbs up, who has been to Isla Mujeres before, or has even heard of Isla Mujeres? Because it's kind of like a hidden gem. I think a lot of people may not know
I agree.
fully about Isla
You kind
Mujeres.
of think Cancun, and you think, okay, kind of crazy Cancun. You don't really think about Isla Mujeres as much.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Exactly.
So-
You don't really think about it. So it's really interesting. It's such a beautiful place. And actually for us,
It is.
one of the nice reasons we loved it too was the affordability. I mean, it was
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
for as much as you get on that beautiful island, it's worth it.
No, it's true. And you can think about maybe going to Cancun at an all-inclusive, right? You're going to spend a lot of money there for sure on the all-inclusive, but it's
Oh,
a
heck yeah.
completely different experience. Just completely different. You go to Isla, and it's so chill.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's so different from Cancun. Just, what is about a 20-minute ferry ride just across there. It's a completely different world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it's also time of the year too. It looks like Ellen's like love it. Went in October, and Eric says we are meeting friends in Isla Mujeres in June.
Damn.
Wow, that's a hot time.
That sounds good.
That's a fun hot.
We're
July
coming
time.
too.
We'll be right there. We'll be right there. Open up the spare gas
Exactly.
room. We're
Sounds
coming
like
in.
a yacht. We want a yacht.
Yeah, it sounds like a yacht.
We're always up for yachts. Yes.
And a little YouTube channel called Sailing Doodles. Oh, well, awesome. Well, you know what?
Wow.
It's interesting. Dave's sister's husband actually is really big into sailing.
Yeah.
Actually has a sailboat in the Boston Harbor.
Boston Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Took
yeah,
us sailing.
took
Tried
us
to
sailing.
try to teach us.
Yeah,
Tried,
a little
so
bit.
we didn't flip the boat over.
Or get knocked
Right.
out by something
Yeah.
by the sail coming
Behind.
by, ripping you.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, really awesome. So one of the things we did notice too, and we put some really cool photos up there at these beautiful kind of like boats and things that come in outside of the ferries. You got like those beautiful boats that are kind of like those huge, almost look like the ferries. I don't know the name of those boats. They almost look like
Oh, the catamaran.
Catamarans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so definitely that sounds like a lot of fun. Sailing in Isla Mujeres. We'll
That
definitely
does
be
sound
there
amazing.
for sure. We'll
Yeah,
be there
we're
for
coming.
sure.
We're coming.
Yep, shoot us an email. We'll be there.
It's like a Mexican Key West.
Yeah, that's a good way to think of
Right.
it. Except cheaper.
Right. Yeah. It's got to definitely be cheaper. Yeah. Pesos versus dollars.
Pesos versus dollars.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out Key West a little bit later this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, something to stay tuned for.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Stay tuned. Little
Right.
Key West.
Little Key West. Little U.S. Key West. Yeah.
It's awesome. So Vinyl Sniffer says Isla Mujeres is on his list now. Well,
Yeah,
that's
should be.
awesome. It should really be. And I think it's starting to really get there. There's a lot of folks that are traveling there, even folks like us, and that really have enjoyed it and are kind of promoting it, in
Yeah,
a way
definitely.
that we've enjoyed it. So we figured a lot of folks would enjoy that as well. And it really has picked up. Tourism on Isla Mujeres has picked up. Now, it typically is a lot of folks will go there for the day. You know, they're in
Right.
Cancun, and then they basically come into Isla Mujeres for the day. But even though it's a small island of about 4 miles or 4.5 miles long, 2,000 feet wide, there is a lot to see on that little island. I think one day is
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah. Well, you
Not
have a
enough.
golf cart. You kind of ride in that golf cart around. It takes a while.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
that.
You can't really.
We're getting to that
The
one.
speed of those things, it takes a while to get across the island.
Oh yeah, it takes a
You
lot.
get full throttle.
Absolutely. I caught a barracuda.
Wow.
So Ellen says.
Oh, that is awesome. They
Ellen says she caught a barracuda at North Garden and made a wonderful meal of it.
That's
Wow.
amazing. North Garden's a great restaurant
That's
too. I
a
love that place.
wonderful restaurant.
Yeah, I love that place.
We had a really great meal at the North
Yeah.
Garden, and that was kind of on our, definitely one of the things you want to check out. I think what we're going to do is we'll probably put a link. We actually did a full, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, and some of you may have. We did a full 48 hours on Isla Mujeres and all the things that you can do in 48 hours. And so what we'll do is we'll probably put a link to that in the live. So afterwards, after the live, you should definitely go check that out. Leave some comments over there, give it a thumbs up, all that fun stuff. And tell us, if you've, actually have seen it before, or even try some of the restaurants that we experienced for sure, or would love to, because the food was unbelievable.
Oh, it's great. Yes.
Delicioso.
That was a great time.
Um,
Actually, just put the link in the room just so you have it.
Great. So David just put the link in the room. So don't go hit it now. After live, we're gonna stay
Right,
alive. We're gonna
right.
stay alive for at least an hour with you guys.
Yeah.
But definitely check that out for sure. And anyone that is new here, thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year, Cardoso,
Yes,
by the way.
thank
Happy
you.
New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I'm sure you had an amazing New Year. I'm sure everyone. This is kind of like a new decade. So if you're gonna bring in the new year, you gotta bring in the new year.
Exactly. And it sounds like Eric took advantage of the nightlife on Hidalgo Street,
Wow.
right?
Well, we unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, we're not really nightlifey, in terms of that. We like to get our day lifey on.
Yeah, exactly. We tend to be sleepy nighty.
We've been to like daylightfy, go back and chill, because we do a lot of filming, things like that. So for us, it's always nice to be up bright and early, unless you're one of those that can deal with maybe not sleeping at all and catch a sunrise and, a vampire.
Wow. Yeah. Cardoso's heading to Mexico on Sunday. Lucky.
Fabuloso.
That's awesome.
So where in Mexico are you heading,
Yeah,
Mr.
let us
Cardoso?
know.
Let us know for sure. We have a lot of stuff coming up in 2020. We'll kind of get to that in the closing. But maybe we should kind of jump into Isla Mujeres.
Yeah,
so
let's do it.
for those of you that don't know or are we watching this later on, so Isla Mujeres is like an island in Mexico. It's a gorgeous little island, about 4 miles long, really close to Cancun.
Right,
It's about
yeah.
15-minute ferry ride from Cancun. And it's absolutely like a beachy type town, very laid back type of town. But it's incredible. It's incredible.
No, it really is. It has a mix of kind of the town life, really kind of fun town life, great food, affordable, and just some amazing spots too. You think about down at Punta Sur. It's just so beautiful down there, just incredible. So, and a place you ride golf carts around.
Oh yeah.
How do you complain about that?
Oh
right?
yeah,
So,
exactly.
It's an amazing spot.
That was one of the funnest things. So let's just start there. So I guess when you're getting out, obviously you're going to fly into the Cancun airport, which is pretty much the spot where
Right.
everyone flies into. It's kind of any destination, typically off the Riviera Maya, places like that. So what is the cost? I guess we should start there. And we're kind of, it's been a little while for us, but we
Right.
do have an idea of what it costs. So one of the things we would suggest is if you're going to be going to Isla Mujeres, and say just staying on Isla Mujeres and really soaking it up for a little bit, you're going to take a cab, or maybe suggested would
Right.
be to pre-order. And a company that we used is called USA Transfers, which was, it's just convenient. Now, it might be a little bit more money
Right. You
using
could take
those guys.
You could take a bus. Some people take a bus,
The
but
ADO, the ADO bus.
Yeah, exactly. But we
Yeah.
took a private driver, basically.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Now, I'm not sure if it's pronounced ADO, like ADO, ADO, or ADO, you know, but it's a definitely a very economical way of transporting yourself from there as well. You know, or you can do a cab, but just know your prices. You know what I mean? Just be smart about that as well. And we actually did USA Transfers just because it's a little bit more convenient. And for us, it was, you can book that in advance. So
Right.
you don't have to pay until you meet with the driver there, then you pay on the spot. But it just makes it a little bit more convenient so you know what you're getting.
yeah, no, I definitely recommend booking in advance. Otherwise, you arrive at the airport, it's total chaos.
Yes.
If you didn't have a ride booked, I mean, everyone's trying to help you, right? Take your money. right
Yes.
at the airport.
They're
so
very
book
accommodating.
in advance, exactly.
They're very accommodating.
They'll go out of their way to help you.
Exactly. They will certainly take your money.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Eric actually used USA Transfers as well. Good choice.
Good choice, Eric. I mean, it's definitely a very convenient way. Now, I definitely will say it is a little bit more pricier than saying, you know, if you have been there before and you know the prices with the cab drivers, you can certainly finagle. And we've done that actually
Yeah.
on the way back from the ferry to Cancun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's Eric and Jen.
Eric
Right,
and
yes.
Jen. So let me ask you, Eric and Jen, are you the ones that are celebrating your honeymoon at Isla Mujeres, or are you just typical regulars at Isla Mujeres?
It's their second home.
Oh, well, never
I think
mind.
They were saying. Well, I don't know,
Forget
you
it.
can tell us.
Forget it. Doesn't mean they can't celebrate their honeymoon.
Right. Well, they say they always use them, so I think they go quite a bit.
Ah, so you are Isla Mujerian professionals.
Yes, exactly. Experts in the house.
Experts in the house, for sure. So what's nice, too, is once you're kind of taking the ferry, it's a really pretty ride. And when you're riding the ferry, it's a really, really
nice.
high-end ferry, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And if you have luggage though, when you get on, they kind of take you to the back of the ferry into a luggage area, which was a little scary.
Yeah, it's
Right,
a
you had
little
to-
nerve-wracking.
You had to put your luggage in a certain area, and you're like, "Is this safe?"
Yes,
Right. So we put it
exactly.
there. There was no problems at all.
None. They
But
actually lock it up.
Right, yeah, they
lock
lock
up
it
the
up.
room. So, you know, for us, it was funny. The first time there, you know, you're traveling to a different country. Your luggage and everything is being locked into this luggage place, which
Yeah.
is downstairs, and we were heading upstairs. So, of course, we're nervous, and we're staying there just waiting to see what happens, and they
Exactly.
lock it up.
We'll
so
just stay there.
we just decided to,
We had-
you know, take trust in the
We had
energy.
We had a little bit of equipment in,
Yes.
in that luggage.
We did.
Right.
A lot of it of equipment in that
Right.
equipment.
Not just underwear.
So exactly, not just undies, but it was definitely a little nerve wracking, but it was safe and sound. They locked it up. It's just very typical,
Yeah.
for them to do that. And it was great. We sat upstairs, which I think is probably the best, sitting in the outdoors
Yeah.
to really get that fresh salt air. It
was nice.
It was just nice. The water, and as you're heading from Cancun to Isla Mujeres, there's a lot of action on the ferry as well. There's singing. They
Yeah,
have
that's right.
bands that were
Yeah,
playing
that's
there.
cool.
To really kick off the experience, they rock a band.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly. Actually, one thing back to USA Transfers, they talk. Ellen Reed talks about having beers waiting for us on the transfer. I think that's right. I think they did have beers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, he
Which
actually.
I'm not sure we took part in that. We didn't.
No,
partake
we
in the
actually
beer.
took part in the
Cerveza.
beer in the cab, though. The cab,
There's one-
the
right,
cab
that's true,
driver,
yeah.
the cab driver, which we got a good price.
Is that in Puerto Morelos? or-
Puerto Morelos. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that was Isla.
Was that Isla? Okay.
Yeah, he cracked open a cooler and had some beer. It was like,
Right,
and we
nice.
shared one.
They were heavy drinkers.
We took advantage of that
Yeah.
beer. But that's really awesome too. I mean, it is definitely one of those places that's very chill, and the
Yes.
experience is like, it's unforgettable. And the biggest thing for us as full-time travelers is we're obviously trying to maximize our experience while minimizing our cost.
Right.
So it was just wonderful. Absolutely
Yeah, Mexico's
wonderful.
great for that.
Yes.
general. Right?
In general.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of the main things a lot of folks will do, like we mentioned earlier, is they'll go to Isla Mujeres for a day. And one of the reasons why I say go for the beaches. One in particular, which is probably one of the more popular beaches, is Playa Norte.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. It's a really nice beach, but it can get really busy. Really
Right.
busy.
No, it's true. It can get really busy. So, if you're there overnight, it's nice you go in the morning before a lot of the other folks show up, from the mainland. But one great thing, if you're there at a time of year when there's sargasso around on Riviera Playa, or
Riviera Maya.
Exactly, Riviera Maya, sorry. If there's sargasso around, the great thing is the beaches on Isla Mujeres won't have that. Right, which is great because we were at Puerto Morelos and there was like sargassum all over the place.
Right.
And it really, you really smell it. It's pretty strong.
Pretty sulfuric.
Yeah.
It's almost like, it smells like farts.
Exactly.
Like
We had this wonderful, beachfront Airbnb.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Open it up in the morning and whoo!
It was like,
Yeah.
smells like ass.
Exactly. But Isla, you don't have that problem.
No,
right?
not at
Because it's
all.
basically facing the west. You don't get the, the tide kind of bring in that seaweed. So that's a huge benefit. Now I know it's not all time during the year, but if you're there during those times, definitely something to think about.
Right, and one of the things is we can tolerate the heat. We obviously, if you've seen any of our videos when we're in some of those areas of the River Maya, it's like in the dead of heat. It's almost like, look at it, think of it this way. Folks of the north, when it's really, really cold, will go south, Florida, all those places. Folks of the south, like in Texas, they'll go somewhere where it's a little bit cooler, where it's like 110 degrees.
Yeah.
We decided to go to, all these places when it was a little bit more of that.
Yeah, we
100
went.
degrees
We went in
and
the summer when it
humidity.
was about 110 in Austin, right?
But it's less touristy. The trade-off is it's less touristy.
less touristy. It was incredibly humid, right? So even though the temperature stays, say, around 80, 85 all year round, the humidity really varies, right?
absolutely.
And so this time of year, the humidity is going to be lower. But the summertime when we were there, it was super humid.
Super humid. So
Right.
let me ask you guys this, Eric, and some of the folks that have been to Isla Mujeres. What is your favorite time of the year to go to Isla Mujeres? Now, some folks, for us, they'll go during the busy season, which is right now. This is kind of that busy
Right.
season of Cancun. Where us, we kind of like a little bit of having, almost like it's our own little oasis.
Yeah, it
So
was
we'll
quiet.
deal with the heat. The golf carts work to its advantage. It's kind of
yeah.
open. You can just ride around those things all damn day and get that cool breeze to at least dry you off for 5 seconds.
So watch out for those speed bumps. Those are dangerous. We had a lot of those.
You ain't kidding.
Right.
We almost got all 4 wheels off the ground.
Yeah. They're going in October for our anniversary. That's Ellen Reed.
Ellen! Oh, okay. So Ellen, I think Ellen is the one that reached out to us and asked about, her and her husband asked about Isla Mujeres, where we stayed.
Okay, yeah.
For
at
that
the
as
Airbnb.
well. At the
Yeah,
Airbnb.
we were like right on the
We were
water.
right on the water.
Right, there was a walkway kind of right there as well.
It was
Yeah,
incredible.
it's nice,
I mean,
yeah.
it's definitely, the value for a place like that on an island. And what's nice about the Isla Mujeres is you get both sunrise and sunset. I mean, you just have to walk across the island on one side and walk across, where we have the sunrise basically.
Right, I think we were there over Labor Day weekend, I think.
I think so.
That time.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think that's
later
right.
It might have been.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just looking here because Eric Scott, they're going. They say September is super cheap and kids are in school. Best time of year.
Best time of
Right,
year.
so-
You got that right. I mean, it's definitely super hot as hell, but you know what? It is definitely one of the times of year we really enjoyed. I think right around that September, October, that is the time to be there for sure. You can deal with the heat. Obviously, just jump in the freaking water. You have all that beautiful
Yes, you had to snorkel.
blue
jump
kind
in
of
there.
turquoise water, snorkel in there. And Eric actually says August is best for baby sea turtles. That's really cool. Now, we didn't actually get to do this, but there's a sea turtle sanctuary.
Yes,
that's
very
on the
popular.
island, which is really popular for them to be able to release the turtles. Now, I don't know why there's a sanctuary for them. I'm almost thinking it's this because there's so many of those frigates and all those birds that fly
frigates.
around that they can
Eating
pick them
all the
off.
babies.
Right?
That
They
could
can
be.
just pick them off.
Yeah.
They
You see
kind of
those
fly
frigates
around.
kinda-
The
the
frigates.
just kind of hovering.
The frigates are almost
They're
like
so cool.
they're like a seagull, dark seagulls. It's kind of that
Yeah,
vibe.
huge.
But they're friggin'.
They're really cool.
They're friggin' frigates.
Yeah, they just kind of glide. And they're really neat. They kind of
Yes.
glide in the winds above you.
Exactly.
Really neat.
So I'm almost assuming what they do is they kind kind of protect them to be able to release them at certain times. But it's an island that needs to make money, so they use it as an option for making money, which is understandable. I mean,
Right.
do what you got to do. You know what I mean? If the people enjoy it, more turtles in the sea, do what you got to do.
Right, and a big activity too is the whole swimming with whale sharks, which we didn't do.
Yes.
And I think peak season is really May through beginning of September, I believe.
Right, and that's off
Right.
of Cancun though. They're kind of
well, it's Isla too.
Isla too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can kind of go up our whole box. It's all that whole area. You can definitely do that. Actually, Adventure Buddies 42 went there, and they actually did whale sharks.
Hi, Adventure Buddies
Yes,
42.
welcome. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Yeah.
Well, think about it, that big whale shark right on that main road. We took a picture in front.
Yes.
Right.
We got some really cool snapshots on our Instagram. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, you definitely should check us out on Instagram. We try and post some real, kind of fun, sometimes behind the scenes in our stories of things as well. So definitely check us out. We'll pop that handle in here as well, so you guys can do that in the chat. So yeah. So getting back to Isla. So if you're definitely looking for something that's more of like a chilled, laid back vibe, you want an island vibe, affordable, and I'm going to keep saying that throughout because I definitely feel it was certainly affordable. From our Airbnb to a couple of restaurants were a bit pricey, but the food was phenomenal, so it kind of made up for it.
Yes.
But it definitely is a very laid back, chill kind of vibe place.
No, it is. And actually, it's funny. Ellen says the grocery store is great. And that's true. We went to they have a large grocery store there. And it's very good. So if you're going there, you want to keep costs down, get your own groceries, you can do that for sure. Just kind of load them up, put them in the golf cart, ride back to your place.
Yes, and that grocery store has everything.
Yes,
I mean, that grocery
big.
store had it felt like it was
You go up
own version of Walmart.
You go up an escalator with the cart. You got the cart, you go up the escalator.
Yes.
Big escalator.
It really felt like its own version of like a Walmart. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can
it
get
does have
sunblock,
everything.
you can get towels and clothing and everything else.
Just Shadrari. Yeah.
Yes, the Shajawi.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
That's right. It was very easy to park. There's a lot of parking in the back for your golf carts.
Yes, exactly. Go right in there. Lock it up.
Go right in there.
Right.
Just lock it up. They give you locks as well, which you definitely should do. But it was wonderful because we really enjoyed that. Now, one of the things we did was we stayed in an Airbnb. And the Airbnb we stayed at was phenomenal. We actually have, we'll put the information to that place in the description below, as well as a link to our Airbnb. And if you haven't done Airbnb or thinking about it, you should definitely click our link. It'll save you, I think, $45 to $50. And we actually get a little kickback as well from that. So, hey!
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
Right? Yeah, right.
Just trying to keep it open.
Yes. Now, one thing, though, when you're taking your groceries back on your golf cart, watch out for those speed bumps.
Yeah, just
which
don't.
I'm not very good at. I tend
No.
to lose my thought, kind of cruising along.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's like,
He's focused. Dave is always focused on all this beauty right here.
Exactly.
So as we're focusing, as he's focusing on all this beauty, we hit a bump, and then my head hits the
because
top.
I'm going so fast, too.
And just don't have eggs.
Speeding.
No eggs. No eggs in the golf cart.
Yeah, exactly. Not great shocks.
So Ellen's like, yeah. So
Yes.
that is her. Hi, Ellen.
Yeah.
I hope we provided that information, for you as well. We do hope you stay there. If you do, it's really nice. I mean, put it this way, it's an Airbnb. You know, so it's cute, it's quaint, it's affordable, it's right on the water, and it has 2 pools.
It has nice pools, too. Yeah, beautiful pools. Yes.
And ping pong and everything
Yeah,
else.
exactly. Have those little games as well. Pretty cool.
So, but you're right on the water.
You can kind of walk down a little town area.
Yeah, you're right
those
in the
food
center.
shops, the food trucks that are down there, you can kind of walk down. There's some food trucks. We kind of walked along the walkway, and then you got to some food trucks down in the kind of the
That's
center.
all the way down
It's
there.
a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, okay.
It's not
I
far.
think even like right by.
Yeah, not right next door, but I'm talking about you walk down through the gate onto the walkway along the beach or the shore.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And then you walk along that, which is really cool.
There was a place. Which one was called Mama's Truck? Mama Truck. It was like pizza. It was like a pizza truck, and I'm thinking, okay, pizza here and a food truck. I wasn't sure, but the place was delicious, absolutely delicious. Highly recommend that place. I think it's Mama Oya. No, not Mama.
Mama Oya.
Mama something.
Mama something. You
Mama
can't miss
something.
it.
You can't
Look
miss
for
it.
the mama.
Just look for the mama. The other thing that was nice for us too is
Playa Media. Food trucks at Playa Media, Corneric.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is why we have you in here, my friend. Thank you. No. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it for sure. But it's wonderful. I mean, you just walk along the board, and it's lit. It has a lot of lighting out there for sure, even at night, so you can capture that listening to the sea, the stars. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful at night. But the pizza at Mama's was delicious. I think I got like a shrimp pizza. It It was really good.
Yeah, not too bad.
I
Not too
thought it
bad.
was
Delicioso.
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 So if you're new here, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. And if you haven't already, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. All the thumbs up you give will actually get this video searched a little bit more so more folks can see this and go to Isla Mujeres like we all love.
Yes, definitely.
So another thing about Isla Mujeres is the romanticism of Isla Mujeres.
Romantic.
It's very
romantic.
Very romantic.
Yes.
Yeah. It's definitely like a destination for folks that are in love or, soon to be in love after that trip. But it's definitely a really wonderful place to go for that as well. I mean, from the sunrises to the sunsets to the different parts of the island, which we'll get to the activities. It just feels like it has a very couple-ish kind of vibe, for sure.
Or you get a massage on the beach like Ellen did. Apparently Ellen had a massage on the beach.
Wow.
So you didn't do that.
I did not. I did in Puerto Morelos,
yes.
But you know what? I like to get into my birthday suit when I like my massages. So on the beach might not be too comfortable to be my birthday
You did it on the balcony.
I did it on the balcony. It was kind of high up in our Airbnb, overlooking the beach. No one could see all the goodies, the Christmas goodies. So it was nice. But on the beach might be a little problematic for me. But that's wonderful that you're able to do that for sure. I mean, that probably is like the ultimate therapy.
Yeah.
So Ellen, you must have been like on cloud 9 once you were done with that massage. You probably got off the table like, wow, I'm in heaven.
Right.
After that massage for sure. Yeah. That's awesome. Really awesome lessons also. She did salsa lessons also.
Wow.
Oh my God. So Eric I proposed to Jen on the beach during the romantic. Oh my God.
Wow. Amazing. Yes.
Congratulations. You hear that? Lobster dinner.
Lobster. I don't know what lobster. What's lobster?
You do. You know what lobster is. That's wonderful. Well, congratulations, you two. I don't know. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Isla has something for everyone.
We gotta go back.
We are.
I mean,
definitely going back.
Damn, let's go
We're
back.
definitely going back. We have a sailboat to jump on.
Exactly. We're going back. When is that? Let me go back and look at these
I think
comments.
June, right? June.
Right. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, it does have so much romanticism. There's so many restaurants too.
Oh yeah.
Right when you get off the ferry, there's a lot of restaurants. I think for us it was nice to be able to kind of explore a little bit outside of that because you almost felt like the restaurants that are closest to the ferry obviously have the cloud, with the island, but it also felt more commercially. So it didn't really kind of give you that vibe of authenticity. Although the food was probably good, I'm sure. We kind of like to kind of spread our wings, and we spoke to some of the locals in terms of recommendations that have lived there. And one of the things that was so funny about that was the recommendations. I felt like everybody on the island is family.
I know.
They're all family.
All these people were talking the Airbnb, the golf cart, the restaurant. They're all related. I know. And we actually found too one point getting off the ferry. We actually went to a number of different golf cart places, and the first two didn't actually negotiate with us. And so we'd go to another one, and then eventually they'd negotiate. We got a good price, we thought, for the 2 days we were there, right? And so don't think you need to get the golf cart at the first place you arrive. As you get off, there'll be like a golf cart place right across the street from the ferry. We actually walked a couple streets back and got a much better deal than we would have had if we had just gotten it right off the ferry.
Right, exactly. So that's a great tip, is definitely don't go for the first ones you see.
Yeah.
And be willing to negotiate. But I will say one thing, you have to have cash. And cash, you definitely want to have more of the pesos. You don't want to have dollars because you're obviously going to pay the exchange rate with the dollars, but they'll certainly be happy to take them. But there is an ATM right off the strip. Maybe when you come out of the ferry, you go like the second block, and to the left, there's a bank right there where you can get some cash out. Don't be afraid to negotiate because we negotiated a very good deal. We actually got one of the larger... we got one of the larger ones, which is supposed to be like the ones that sits like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 or 8.
It's better for the bumps. When you hit the
much better for the bumps.
When you hit the bumps, it kind of really launches the back seat.
Yes, but we got the larger one for the price of a single, and we got it for 2 full days for like almost the price of 1 day.
Yeah, it was basically, I think we paid 1,500 pesos for effectively 2 days.
For 2 days, 2 full days.
And I think the asking price was 1,300 for
a day.
24 hours.
Yeah, for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So we got a really slamming deal on that. So don't be afraid to negotiate. They're obviously expecting that. If you can speak the language a little bit, that might help you a little bit more. Or at least try to. They kind of appreciate that, when you're kind of going out of your way to try and speak the native language. Spanish for sure. So, but negotiate. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, Mr. Miami asked, what form of transportation from the airport to Cancun hotel they're going next week.
Well, first and foremost, Happy New Year, Mr. Miami, and thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate that. If you have not already, you better make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, all that great stuff. But yeah, so there's a couple of ways. We kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but there's a couple of ways to do it. One is the way we did it for more convenience and comfortability. It's a little more expensive, but we did the USA transfers, and that's usatransfers.com. USA, I think, -transfers.com. And they speak perfect English as well. Very reliable.
Yeah.
And basically what you do is you're going to pay in full up front. So if you're doing a full transfer, say from the island, and then say if you're going to stay on the island for a week, however long you're staying, and then you booked it to also go back to the airport, you're going to pay up front. So as soon as you get in, they're going to ask for the full amount up front. You can pay cash, or you can do credit card over the phone with them. We chose to do cash. We've done it before, and they're very trustworthy and very reliable, and they've been on time every time.
Yeah, so give USA Transfer a call. You can also call your hotel as well.
Absolutely.
And just see what they offer. It's probably going to be more expensive than USA Transfer, but check it out. Try both.
Absolutely. And if you're doing an Airbnb in Isla, obviously there's no benefit to that. There's no way they're going to
schedule Airbnb, forget it. I'm not sure if you're going to a kind of an all-inclusive Cancun hotel or not, but it's worth checking out.
To Cancun, exactly. So definitely Cancun, they definitely offer, I think a lot of hotels will offer that option for a transfer.
Right. And it may be more expensive.
A little more expensive to do that for sure. Or it actually could be the same price as USA Transfers. I mean, I'm not sure because they're a little bit more pricey for the convenience, but check with your hotel for sure.
Right, and apparently you can pay online as well. USA Transfer.
Oh, yeah, exactly. With the credit card. If you want to do credit card, you can pay online. We chose to do cash only because, I don't know, we're kind of sticklers sometimes about initially in the beginning, giving our credit card information out to just unknown sites that we've used for the first time. But we would certainly do it with credit card now because we've used them multiple times and have great success with them.
Right, and definitely, Mr. Miami, book before you fly.
Heck yeah.
Book in advance. Get that ride lined up.
Yeah, because they book up.
Yeah, and you could also get taken advantage of, right? You show up at the airport without a ride, everyone's there trying to hustle you.
Oh, big time.
And
big time. They will hustle you for every penny you got.
Yeah.
A dollar. Peso.
Exactly.
All those good things.
And Eric agrees with that as well. In terms of the hustle, avoid the hustle.
Yes,
right.
I mean, the biggest thing I would say is, the hustle will start before you exit. So when you come out of the security, you pick up your bags, you're going to be bombarded with folks that are trying to help you. One of the things they're going to try and do is get you to buy a timeshare or get you to take a timeshare, excursion. They'll offer you something when you come out of there. That's the start of the hustle. My best advice is if you don't want to do that, just walk straight. Once you get out of the gates, just kind of turn to the right and walk straight out those doors. Put the blinders on. Get outside. And most times if you're using USA Transfer, there's a sign. The guys are dressed in shirts, and you make sure they're dressed in a USA Transfer shirt, and they have the sign as well. Sometimes they'll even have your name on them.
Yeah, exactly. They should
have your name on there, and they should know who you are. Because it has been told that sometimes folks, catch on to that. They'll say they're USA Transfer, and they're not USA Transfer.
Right.
Especially in situations if you're going to pay cash like we did.
Right, and we've heard you can pay like 2 to 3 times more. Right, if you don't book in advance. So definitely book in advance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So getting back to the fun and cool things about Isla Mujeres are the activities that you can do on Isla Mujeres. There are so many things you can do. One of the fun things for us was we got up at the butt crack of dawn. It was like before the sun, and we ended up going to the northern side of the island, Punta Sur, which is, you just have to look for, beautiful. You have to drive to the end of the island. It's beautiful. Well, as far as you can go before you drive your golf carts anymore. And you'll see like this massive iguana. You see the goddess Ishel there as well, all ready and proper with her fish head and her boobies out. Just there.
What?
Yes.
I missed that.
Ishel. But it's just amazing. And then there's massive, huge iguanas there.
Yeah.
And you can capture the most spectacular sunrise, the fresh air. And of course, as the sun starts to come out, a lot of those black mosquitoes will tear you apart, but it's worth the sunrise.
No, it's a beautiful, beautiful park. I mean, just looking down at the water, too, you kind of look right through the water. into the rocks and the sand below. It's just
yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and if you get there early enough too, obviously that's probably the prime time for some of those certain fish. I forget the name of those fish.
Oh, you can
They're
see the
feeding.
fish. Yeah, you can
like
see
the
the fish up there
kind of gathering, jumping, and collecting like their food. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So Fabio once again says buenas noches. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Fabio.
Thank you, Fabio, for joining us. Really appreciate that. Ellen says it's so beautiful, especially the south and east end. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and you can go with like a nice bottle of wine out there and just really. You're driving a golf cart, and that's the other part about being romantic. I mean, you can capture such a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset.
Yeah.
Mimosas in the morning and wine at night.
Right. There's great things to do along the way too. Right. You can stop along the way, do some snorkeling.
Absolutely.
Right. There's a great park.
Yes.
Right. The Garifon Park. Right?
Yes. So, exactly. So there's two parks. There's the Garifon and there's the Garifon de Castile.
Yeah.
And they're very similar but very different. And in that sense, what I mean by is if you're looking to go snorkeling and enjoy some of the really beautiful bluish turquoise waters, swim with the fish, things like that, you can do them in both places. The difference is price. I think the Garifon is about $90 to enjoy some of the amenities there.
It's a full water park.
It's a full water park.
Zip
lining,
and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, and I think you can even do with the dolphins. You can actually go swim with the dolphins. Although I will say this, I'm not a huge fan of that one in particular because they're more swimming with the dolphins that are not open and in the wild. It's almost like a zoo for the dolphins, in my opinion.
Right.
So I'm not really a big fan personally of supporting animals like that in zoos. And I understand the situation.
Sure.
Everybody's different, but for me, I'd much rather go out and maybe swim with them out in the wild if that would be the case. A little more in the wild.
Right. And we went to Castillo de Garifon, right, where basically it was much less expensive.
It was about $15.
Right. Was it $15 or 15 pesos? I forget.
I think it was like $15.
Was it dollars? Or it may have been dollars.
Yeah, in terms of dollars, it might have been like $15. I think so, but it was right around there. You get the same equipment. It's like a little bit of a beach area. They give you a locker, and we had one of the most incredible times there, just snorkeling with the fish. They give you like a little bit of food, so you can feed the fish, and they're hovering around you, almost like they're trained. Even if you don't have the food, they think something's coming in the water, and they're hovering right around you.
Exactly.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really, really awesome. Yeah, and the water, the water there is it's unreal. It's like our true little paradise, affordable paradise. It's like the hues of turquoise and blue. It's so beautiful.
Right. And we were there. It was very humid, so getting in that water was really nice. Yeah, definitely wanted to jump in the water. So, and it really any time of year for sure. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a lot of other things too. So, for instance, if you have the time, I think it might be a 20-minute boat ride out to you could snorkel around the underwater art museum.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. We didn't actually do that that trip, but I think it was just something you can certainly do, which I would certainly do for sure.
Right, the sculptures.
At some point, the sculptures that are under the water.
Yeah, very cool.
But the same artist who's kind of done them in several
he
different
does them
places.
around the world. Yes, very cool.
Yeah. So the privilege, Alexis, is great. Watch the video on my channel. Okay, yay.
All right.
Thank you, Eric. Castillo de Garifon. Yeah. So there's a lot. There's just.
I see. Oh, that's funny. They saved the turtle food at was it Tortugranga to feed the fish at Castillo de Garifon.
You
very
sneaky,
good.
Very smart.
Very smart.
Putting that little ziplocky.
Yeah. Ellen like, my husband snorkels. I sit on the beach and have a drink.
Hey!
Right?
So that sounds like, Ellen, you and I will be very good friends. Dave and Dave, they can go snorkel and do their thing, and we'll have the drinks waiting for them when they come back.
You like to snorkel.
I do. But,
And I like to drink, so what are we going to do? Got to do both.
We have to do both. We can do both. We can do both.
We can do both.
We can do both.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's just so much to do on this little bit of island. I think it takes a lot more than a day. And I think I mentioned this before, and I did, that a lot of folks will come from Cancun to spend the day on the beach. Cancun's about the beach. They're over there, Isla Mujeres, the island, the beach.
Right.
But there really is so much to do, which I think is why it's important to rent a golf cart there, because there's a lot of hidden little pockets.
Excuse me.
Salud.
Woo!
Salud.
There we go. Got a little cedar fever here in Texas.
Salud. So it's definitely, I think, important to really try to maximize the time there if you can. Obviously, the folks that are in here, are in here, really do enjoy Isla Mujeres. Some call it their second home, which is wonderful. That's something that I would totally I can see myself doing. At least, you
Right.
know, when
Oh,
it's
yeah, for
not like
sure.
1,000,000 degrees out, and I'm just like, I can't get rid of the. I'm just glistening with sweat.
I know. I want to talk a little bit about the food we had, like the Keen Chic, which was an
Yes.
amazing experience, amazing food.
Yes, takin
Just
chink is
really awesome.
really, really tasty fish. I mean, it was wonderful. We actually had it at a place that was recommended, Playa Lanchero, and it was wonderful. Where we sat right outside, it was like on its own little deck, out overlooking some of the boats and the water, the pirate ships that were off to the right. It was stunning, absolutely stunning,
It was
and the
amazing.
fish was absolutely delicious.
It was
and
great.
It was really nice too because of the fact of who we are. They actually invited us into the kitchen so we can show
Yes.
you guys as well how that fish is prepared by the chef from the beginning to the end. The drink, even the drink. It was wonderful.
It was basically an outdoor wood
It
oven.
was like a
Right,
It was
the
like
kitchen
a
was
pit.
an outdoor wood
It was
oven
like a barbecue
pit. Yeah,
pit.
but it was awesome. It was so
was
good.
amazing.
Wow, Ellen actually stayed there a week and actually says that people remembered us. It was great. We love that place.
Well, thank
That was
you.
awesome.
Thank you. We had
Yeah.
sometimes, you know what, they gave us these wonderful drinks. I forget what it was called. It was pitaya, which is the dragon fruit. It was like a dragon fruit drink. I had a couple of those, which was really nice. And they actually remembered us. Wow, because
nice.
I probably gave them a little two-step. They can't forget the two-step. They're like, ba-da-ba-da-ba, hacha, hara. The 2-4 step. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, we definitely had a great rapport with a lot of folks there on the island. So that's, I'm blushing. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That was
Nice
really fun.
place. I think that was one of the relatives of our Airbnb.
I think so.
They're all related.
They're all related.
Right.
They were
You
like,
gotta go here, you gotta go there.
exactly.
Right.
We agree that Playa. So Eric says we agree that Playa Lanchera is the best for Takin Chic. Playa Tiburon is a good one
Tiburon.
too. Yes, we've heard of that one, but we did hear like Playa Lanchera was a little bit better. So for our experience of Takin Chic, we wanted to go with a little bit better one. That was actually related to our host.
Yeah, exactly. We only go to folks
bias.
related to Airbnb.
No bias.
Right.
But it was wonderful, and actually the place itself was wonderful. Almost looked
It was
like it was
beautiful.
a converted hotel.
Yeah.
It looked like it might have been once, or even it could still be.
Yeah, it was an amazing spot. And you had catamarans
Great
going off,
location.
and they had a great dock that went out with catamarans
Way out
going
there
off.
for sure.
And I think there actually were some like small sharks that you could actually jump in with
Yes.
along the dock.
Yes.
Which we didn't really check out.
No,
but
we were too busy eating that tequila
Yeah.
chic. But there's a lot of things you can do right even off that dock there. And another reason why we enjoyed the time we went was because it was so quiet. So you didn't have like the busy, tons of people just
Right.
soaking up the beach versus you being at one with the beach, which is kind of how I like it.
Right. Oh,
Mr.
actually,
Miami says-
apparently North Gardner remembered us as well. Wow.
Oh, that's
Ellen
wonderful.
says that. Wow.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We do leave a pressure. I'm telling you, it's that 2-step. 1, 2, and 3 and 4.
Was that before the
It's like
dance?
1, 2,
That was before
3,
our
4.
dancing, though.
1, 2. I don't know, but it's still the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, it doesn't matter. I think no, we did the dancing.
Did we do the dancing
Oh my
there?
God, we did that 2-step. Remember we had.
Did we do that one?
Yes, we did. We had the palm tree in our head.
I remember that in
kind of
Whack-It Us. It
dancing,
was like
and I
Whack-
put some
we
music
had the fire
on.
right behind us. It was
Yes,
like
we were dancing. Go check it out. You'll
Yeah,
see we were dancing
yes.
for sure.
So-
but that was an amazing spot too. The North Garden was
I love North Garden.
wonderful, and
Yeah,
the dish I
great
had,
restaurant.
I can still taste the deliciousness. It was like a poblano pepper with shrimp, and all of that shrimp, which is right out in the Gulf, is quite fresh. So it was absolutely
Yeah, the
delicious.
North Garden's amazing. And the service was awesome too. Really good. Just a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Really cool. So Mr. Miami asked, last question, no more questions from you.
You could ask as many questions as you like. That's what we're kind of here for, Mr.
Yeah.
Miami.
So what would be the budget for 2 people for a day in Isla Mujeres, including the golf cart? So if I think about the golf cart, right, we ate it for 2 days. We paid 1,500 pesos, but I think the asking price was 1,300 pesos for 24 hours.
24 hours.
You
we
could probably
basically
get
pay
it.
that for one day.
Right, you could probably get it for
2
maybe
days.
800 pesos for a day, I would guess. And it might be less depending on how long. If you're there for 24 hours, it's different from being there from say like 6 hours during the daytime.
Right, and if you're
Right,
staying at
so-
an Airbnb, that's another affordable cost. Because then you can actually go to the Sajawi supermarket to load up on your groceries to make certain dishes at night when you're there,
Yeah.
or waters, things like that. Restaurants,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember on that, like mangoes. How expensive was that for us?
yeah, mangoes. We went to a lot of the top
Right.
restaurants there, so they're obviously the ones that are more recognized and well known as well. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But there was a lot of hidden gems down the side streets, and we actually went to one on our
Yes,
first
that's true.
night,
Which we didn't film,
which
but
we did
yeah.
not film that night. But it was amazing. It was right by
Yeah.
our Airbnb. It was a family's house that they had downstairs. Was kind of like their restaurant.
Yeah.
And they made some of the best food as well.
Yeah,
We had
that's great.
shrimp and different kind of dips and sauces. So.
Because mangoes and North Garden are definitely more the tourist, more expensive spots for sure. Right. So mangoes, for example, I think most of the people there were probably not from Mexico, right? That were eating there. That's how I felt. North Garden probably similar as well, though I don't recall as much.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
remember as much. I know
Yeah.
a little pricey for sure, but it all depends to the season. It's kind of like the season,
Right.
like the time of year. If
Yeah,
it's
we're
gonna be
there
like
low
the
season.
Low season. So
Yeah.
obviously we're able to negotiate and finagle certain things when it comes to prices on certain things. But I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was really affordable.
Exactly. No, it's definitely much more affordable than, say, going to an all-inclusive in Cancun, right? It's
Oh,
a very,
heck yeah.
very different experience from
Heck
that.
yeah.
For
Heck
sure.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Now, we love, and one of the things we love, and we're always trying to capture this wherever we go, if we can, is sunrises and sunsets. More so sunsets and sunrises, because you don't like the extra hour of sleep.
Although I like sunrises. Get up before the crowd gets there. Especially
On
on
Isla Mujeres,
Isla, too.
especially.
Yeah, exactly.
That's definitely for sure. Like, I think that is one of the most beautiful sunrises. It was so quiet.
It's actually the first sunrise in Mexico.
Yes, that
Right.
point. There's a certain point,
Yeah.
and when you'll see this, like if you check out the video, we actually walk by this certain point in Punta Sur where it is the first sunrise, the first ray of
Right.
suns that hits Mexico is right there in that
Exactly, right
spot.
there.
So you can capture the first ray of
Yeah,
sunshine.
and it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Definitely worth going.
Yeah, for sure.
Highly recommend.
So it definitely has. I mean, if Isla Mujeres has been on your mind to do, I would say definitely get there. Plan it now, and just do it. One thing I always
Yeah.
say is don't say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this one day." I think the way you make it reality is you just plan it. You put it in writing. You put it on paper and say, "By this date, we're going here. This date." And I would say do it sooner than later, because Isla Mujeres is becoming
It's
very
building up.
popular. It's getting very popular
Yes.
destination, and so obviously with popularity comes price, and things get booked up.
Right.
So I think if you want to really enjoy Isla Mujeres in its natural
Yeah.
state right now, I think you should try and book it as soon as possible because it's getting
Yeah,
busy.
and I definitely recommend staying overnight. It's funny, you notice during the day, you can tell when the crowds come in from Cancun
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's many more golf carts. Suddenly you have golf carts all over the roads, right? But then in the evening, they've all gone back to Cancun.
Oh yeah, we were racing a couple. We had a couple drag races.
Yeah, that's
so-
true.
Woo!
And we won.
We definitely
We
won.
won. Oh, yeah,
I think we
right
had
there.
one. Boom, we had one with the fastest engine because we were kicking butt.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hitting those speed bumps, and we were like all four wheels off the ground.
Yeah, now the scooters kicked our butt, but golf carts we could take.
You can't.
Yeah, they just went much faster.
Scooters, much faster.
But we did notice on the island, a lot of construction on the island, a lot of homes going up on some parts of the island, right? And so there's definitely a lot of investment going into Isla. So I agree, definitely get there sooner than later before it gets built up more,
Oh yeah.
right? So
There's a restaurant if you're heading towards like Garafon. We definitely went to try that. Didn't get a chance to try it, but it was like a Caribbean, almost like a Jamaican kind of
that
soul
looked cool.
restaurant.
Yeah, that
it
looked
looked
cool.
really cool. Had like its own kind of like tiki bar. You sit there,
Yes.
people were having drinks. It got really busy. So another very popular kind of off the beaten path spot. But it's between Garafon and Castillo de Garafon
Yeah.
on the left hand side as you're going towards
Yes.
Punta Sur.
Looked like
So
some fun. Some
looked like a
music
lot of
and all
fun.
that
Great
stuff.
music,
Yeah.
great vibe, very chill for sure. Wow. So
Oh,
we
they know
have
how to
color.
take-
We have color. Joanne actually joined us and said, heading back to Isla in 60 days, our 8th trip. It's
Wow.
our heaven.
Good
First
for
and
you.
foremost, color. Thank you very much for joining us. Happy New Year. We really appreciate that. And if you're new here, give this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. All the thumbs up
Thank
definitely
you.
goes a long way, for sure. I
Give it a
think
shot.
we might be back. All right, hold on to the little swappy poo.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Is it out of this one now? Or this one?
Hey!
Hey, all right.
So Eric, yes, thank you very much for that. We are having a little technical difficulty. It seems like it's kind of overheating. What's good? Did this before.
We're overheating the camera.
Overheating.
Yes.
For shizzles. So give me 1 second. Dave's going to continue this. I'm going to step out.
All right. So it's called The Joint, the Jamaican place. Yeah, that's a cool spot. Looked really cool. We actually didn't go there, but next time we're going. It's kind of great. We have all these folks here that have been on Isla quite a bit. And that. We're coming back.
Apologies. All right, let's try this again.
All right.
Hey. All right. We're back for a few more minutes, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny. We didn't have this issue on our last one.
No, but that's
But,
all right. Everything
that's what
happens.
happened. We got to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We are.
We
that's
are
right.
back. Sorry, everyone, for that as well.
Yeah, Ellen asked, are we in Austin with a fire going? That is correct.
Yes.
We got our fire going behind
fire
us.
going, just kind of like, you know.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool
We always
in Austin.
have. It has been.
Yeah, it's
It
winter.
has been.
Winter in Austin.
Winter. Winter is coming.
Yes, exactly.
Winter's here.
Yeah, it's like 50, 60 degrees.
Absolutely.
Right. It's pretty cool in the evening.
Hola!
Hey, Gio and
Gio and
JC. Hey, guys. Thanks for
Hola.
joining.
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that. Hey, for those of you that are new in here, Gio and JC, they're a cute travel couple. They have been really kind of honing in their creativity. Really great videos. You should definitely go check them out and definitely hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, they have a great video on Isla as well.
Oh,
On their
heck
trip.
yeah.
Actually, they have a couple.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so check it out for
Yeah.
sure.
They did it one with themselves, and they brought the family to
Yeah,
show
brought
them
the
exactly
family.
how they roll. But definitely
Yes.
check them out for sure.
Yes, they missed our technical. Yeah, you're bringing good luck to us. Thanks, Gio
Thank
and JC.
God you missed the technical difficulties. Let me tell you. 'Cause
It didn't happen.
They were quite technical.
Not
I don't know
happen.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking
What do you
about?
mean technical? So, I guess kind of a couple things we already talked about. I guess we'll kind of hone in on that because we're kind of approaching that hour mark. So we're probably going to wrap this up soon. We might get a couple more drops. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
But it definitely is an island that's inexpensive. There's a lot of fun little pockets to do. One of the things we really enjoy visiting is we're pet lovers. And there's like a pet
Yes.
sanctuary
Yes.
by a woman that kind of started this place to, you know, any
Yeah.
of the sheltered dogs, things like that. They will find and adopt right on the spot. Like we could have taken a puppy home. I was 2 seconds. Not kidding. We were both 2 seconds
Yeah,
from
they're
taking
so cute. There
the
were
brother
two-
and sister
two
pair.
dogs. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, she put them in our arms because we wanted to kind of just bring a little bit more
And they would
light
have
into
been.
this
They would have
place.
been our videos.
Oh god, it would have been
we would have had
four. It would have been four.
Would have been
exactly.
four traveling.
Exactly,
Right.
4 traveling
Yes.
compadres just rolling around the world. But it was amazing what she has done with this
Yeah,
place.
it's really
and if
nice.
you're not familiar with Mexico, I'm sure a lot of you that are in here are. There's a lot of stray dogs. A lot of stray
Oh, yeah.
dogs. And a lot of times what they'll do is if it becomes too saturated, they'll euthanize them.
Yeah, no, it's a major issue in Mexico City where
Yeah.
a lot are
Yeah.
euthanized, and so it's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've actually created like a sanctuary place that's basically done with donations as well to keep them rolling. So we donated. We actually bought a T-shirt from there as well as gave a donation. But we were this close from taking 2 of those dogs home because it's such an amazing thing that they do. They're shots, they're neutered, they're spayed,
Yes.
and they give you papers and you can take them home right there. We were that close. That close.
I know we
I'm
were.
telling you, that close.
We're like, can they travel with
I
us?
know.
We're like, what's that gonna mean? You know, I don't know.
know.
It's complicated things a little bit.
I know.
But they were so cute. Oh my god.
So Ellen actually says she stayed by the cat sanctuary. Oh wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see the cat sanctuary.
Wow. Let's check that out.
Meow.
Look at that.
Cat sanctuary. So yeah, I think that probably about. I mean, we covered quite a bit about Isla Mujeres in terms of what you do, and obviously the biggest thing is just before you go, plan it out.
Yeah.
You know, map out what you want to do, how many days you want to stay there, in terms of actually when you're going to go. I mean, because that's
Right.
like the biggest thing in terms of booking things. They can get pretty booked up. Right now, it's obviously the height of the season. Right now,
Yeah.
it's getting pretty busy.
And one thing that's nice too is that you can take that golf cart all over the island, and it's pretty
yeah.
easy to navigate. It's not that big, so it's hard to get really lost. So just explore too. I feel like the place is relatively safe. You know, I felt very safe when we were there.
Here we go. Technical
And,
difficulties again.
We had a question: how long did you stay? First trip? Will you go back?
So how long did we stay? Nice question by Color. So Color asked a question, how long did you stay? First trip, will you go back? Sorry, I'm sure you've already discussed. So we were there basically 2 days.
Yeah.
And we basically had pretty much an excursion. We were going from Cancun. So we actually had stayed at an all-inclusive following Isla Mujeres.
Exactly.
So we were there for a full 2 days. And boy, did we dive in. Would we go back? Hell yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hell
Absolutely.
yes. Hell yes.
We're ready to go back right now.
Exactly. We have a
Right.
sailboat waiting for us. A
Exactly.
sailboat.
It's actually a great time to go.
Yeah,
Low
for sure.
humidity, just gorgeous. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, check that out, Gio and JC. Thanks for the advice. They said if we're using a third-party battery, which I don't think
No,
we
we're
are.
not. I just
Yeah.
think the camera might be running too high.
Yeah.
So it's just having a little bit of a crunch difficulty. You may need to put like a fan or something back there.
Right.
So it didn't happen last time, but it's happening this time. So really do apologize for that. Hopefully we got through all the good points for sure.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, again, using the lower resolution helps too. The image is
Right. I
at the
think we're on
top.
4K, right?
Yes,
So that
and
could
we're
be it.
definitely trying to use a little bit of the lower one on this one. I do believe it's at like 1080.
Is it a
It's on-
1080?
in low
Okay.
latency? So, yeah. So I guess we could probably wrap this up. We've been on for close to an hour
Yeah.
right about now, which is a nice thing for sure. So just to let you guys know, we do this every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We have all kinds of topics that we,
Right.
what comes to mind we want to discuss that we think might be enjoyable for you guys. We loved Isla Mujeres, which is one of the reasons why we did that. We put a link to that video in the chat box. So if you want to go check that out, you should definitely go check out that video for sure. Scott?
Yeah, this actually made me miss Isla in Mexico.
Yes.
Right, so I want to get back to Isla, get back to Mexico. It's a great spot, so definitely
Yeah.
worth checking out.
So Paulina actually says, I'm planning
Oh,
a
wow.
trip for my mom's 50th birthday this May. Do you recommend Airbnb for a trip for 4 to 5 days, or is Isla Mujeres too small for as much? No, so definitely there's recommendations. We stayed at a place, I forget the name
Right.
offhand again, but we'll make sure we put the information in the description below. But definitely check that out for
That's
sure.
basically for two, right? There's one bed where we stayed. So if you have a whole group,
Right, if you have a whole
spot.
group, you want a bigger spot for
Yeah.
sure. But we'll put a link. Our Airbnb link is actually there as well. And one of the things about Airbnb is if it's your first time using it, if you click our link and use that for sure, it'll give you like $45 off your first day. Plus, we get a little kickback. Full
That's true. Full disclosure.
Hey,
Yes.
so use that link. For sure. But yeah, definitely check that out for sure.
And you can also mix it up a bit. You could do like a few days in Puerto Morelos, a few days on Isla. If you had 5 days, maybe you do like 2 or 3 days
Riviera
in
Maya
Isla and
kinda.
a couple in Puerto.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. If you want kind of the craziness of Cancun, you can do Cancun. We love Puerto Morelos and Isla. Probably our
Absolutely.
2 favorite spots
Yeah, for sure.
in the area.
So we're definitely going to be, we do a lot of these, like we said, on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. So we hope that you guys can continue to join us. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. That notification bell will kind of alert you whenever we do something like this. We try and post them in advance. So that all you have to do is hit the reminder, but you'll get like a notification when we go live. And wow, thank you guys so much,
Thanks
so much for joining us. Really appreciate that. This is our second live of the new year. As a matter of fact, it is our 1-year anniversary, and I want to show you guys. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but we'll also put this in the we put together like a 1 year. We put together like a 1 year montage. So if you want to check that out, I'm gonna put that right in the chat box. I just kind of put the link to our 1 year of full-time travel montage. So
Memories.
yay, memories. So we're looking forward to the second year. We have a lot of things coming up. And just give this a thumbs up if you guys be interested in hearing, like, you know, maybe some Q&As on our travel in terms of like what's coming up for 2020, maybe some of the gear that we've used and everything else. Give us a thumbs up because we appreciate that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Gio and JC, Happy New Year.
Hey, thank
Happy
you.
New Year. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year to you both. I mean, you guys are rocking and rolling. I think you were just in Disneyland. Oh,
Yeah.
I should have just ended it.
That's a little shake.
We're back.
We're back. Here we go. All right.
All right, we are back for a
Yes.
split second just to say,
Yes.
again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate that. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with whomever you think may enjoy Isla Mujeres as much as we all do. And we look forward to seeing you in the next live.
Absolutely. Thanks so
Yeah,
much,
so
guys.
thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Again, we do this every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And we actually try to put ourselves more of a schedule with our videos as well. So we're looking at Tuesdays and Sundays for new uploads as well.
Yeah, and
Again,
have an awesome time in Isla Mujeres.
have an
We're
awesome
jealous.
time.
Yes, that's awesome.
And come back and let us know what you guys thought for sure.
Definitely.
Isla Mujeres, check it out.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.